Jamaica is the largest city in Jamaica. It's also kind of the spiritual home of reggae, amazing food, and such a rich history involving slavery. I'm Nelson George for BlackAtlas.com. Welcome to Kingston, Jamaica. Completed in 2002, Emancipation Park is a centerpiece of Kingston life. You see people jogging here, you see people having their wedding pictures taken here, and so many national events are held here at Emancipation Park. Erected in 1982, the statue behind me, Negro Aroused, was unveiled to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Jamaican independence. It was created by Edna Manley, one of the most famous sculptors in this country's history. And it symbolizes the sense of possibility that Jamaica represents for black folks. What's really kind of amazing for a black American to come to Jamaica is you realize all the statues are black heroes. I'm not searching around to find a black statue in town. To be in a country where all the statues are about black independence, black self-awareness, it's kind of a moving thing for African American and quite beautiful. It's raining, it's a Saturday afternoon in Kingston, Jamaica, but I'm very happy and relaxed. I'm inside Hope Gardens, which is a giant botanical sort of garden here in the center of Kingston. It goes back to colonial times. But what doesn't go back to colonial times is this restaurant I'm in, which is the Ashanti Italian restaurant, owned by Sister Hope, who's a Rastafarian. It's a vegetarian restaurant. Ital means vegetarian. The food is amazing. A lot of stuff is tofu, aki, all pinto beans, many different drinks, all kinds of fruit juices. And the environment is so peaceful and beautiful. I mean, it's like being inside of a sort of a tranquil garden, I guess, inside a tranquil garden. It's like more peace is inside a peaceful space. And in Kingston, you can go from Kingston, which is madhouse on a Saturday afternoon, and come here and feel totally at ease. So just a great place to be if you come to Kingston. Hope Gardens, definitely, and within Hope Gardens, the Ashanti Italian restaurant. There's probably no bigger international music star than Bob Marley. I mean, you got your Beatles, you got your Rolling Stones, whatever. Bob Marley is an international god of music. I'm here on the location of the Bob Marley Museum, which once was the grounds of Bob Marley's home. And a little building, not a little building, not a good-sized building, but I mean, to think that this piece of land was the home of someone who had such an effect on the world. I actually had the honor of interviewing Bob Marley in about 6 months or so to a year before he died. In New York City, and I remember it very vividly. He sat on a little sofa. I would ask a question, he would maybe answer, or maybe play a little guitar, and then come back to me. It was very relaxed and also kind of very amazing. I'd interviewed a lot of musicians, but very few had the presence and the kind of vibe that Bob Marley had. So you come to Kingston, Jamaica, one of the spots you gotta come to is the Bob Marley Museum. Kingston, Jamaica, in front of Sabina Park, which is the main cricket stadium here in Kingston. Cricket is a passion for Jamaicans and all West Indians. The statue behind me is George Headley, one of the most famous cricketers in Jamaica sports history. I know you guys don't understand cricket, but I'm telling you, if you want to get an insight into Jamaican culture, not just the sport, but how people enjoy the sport, a day trip here to Sabina Park is well worth your time. I'm sitting at Norma's on the Terrace, which is an amazingly great Caribbean restaurant, and Devon House, which is an historic building here in Kingston. It was constructed in the 1800s by the first black millionaire in Jamaica and one of the first black millionaires apparently in the Caribbean. The brother made his money in gold. Apparently he was an escaped slave who came from Jamaica to Venezuela, found some gold mine, came out with a grip of gold, came back to Jamaica and basically constructed this home and became like a sort of a very big figure in town. The building now houses a couple of restaurants, ice cream stands, which are apparently very famous here, all kinds of shops, and it's just a real destination for families to come and hang out on Sundays and on the weekends. Norma on the Terrace is where I've been eating. I've had an amazing meal. I had the curry shrimp. There's kind of a smoked marlin dish. The pork is supposedly incredible. Lamb shanks. I can't emphasize enough how fabulous the food was at Norma on the Terrace, and it's been a great way to end my trip to Kingston. I mean, I had certain views of Kingston based on, you know, Bob Marley records and movies and stuff and gangster chronicles. But it's been a very family-oriented city. I had amazing food. It's all been good. And get a chance to come to Kingston, come see this Kingston, which is very different from the one in your movies and your stereotypes. This is Nelson George from BlackAtlas.com. Catch you in the air.